Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the word gross domestic product, the gross domestic product, that is also known as the GDP. Now, what's the meaning of this word exactly? When we hear this word in newspapers or anywhere else, what does this word exactly means? Let us see this thing one by one. When we say gross, it simply means something rough or coarse or something which is really unattractively large. Domestic, something inland, native or home, and as said the product, it is something related to the yield or produce or the outcome of something. Now how this GDP word, this GDP, is related into economics of a country or anywhere. Now let's see an example here. Whenever we want to know about our progress, now what are the ways we can do it? Progress of, let's say, an individual. There's a guy here, let's call him Arjun. Now this pretty good guy, he earns regularly, he produces something. Let's say he's a toy manufacturer. He's a toy manufacturer. Now if Arjun wants to know how much he is progressing, how will he do it? Let's see. He lives in a home, or he lives in a home, okay, and he has a toy factory. Let's make this factory here. It is a toy factory where he produces these toys. Let's say he produces these cars, as these toy cars rather. Okay, now these are my toy cars. Okay, something here I have made something which a boy or a student won't buy. But let's see. Arjun makes these toy cars, and how will he see his progress? Well, in this case, he will simply say, okay, I am producing, let's say, 100 cars per day. 100 cars per day. So this is something that he was doing, let's say, in the year 2010. It's year 2010, he was producing 100 cars per day. Then in year 2011 he produces, let's say, 200 cars per day. So we'll say he did 100% progress. It's 100% progress that he has maintained or he has done in this one particular year. Or the other method he could apply is, he may say, okay, I was selling one car at the rate, let's say, 10 rupees, or 10 unit, one car at the rate 10 rupees. So I was earning rupees 100 into 10 equal to 1000, in the year 2010. And now I am earning, let's say, at the same price, 10 rupees, in year 2011 he's earning 200 into 10 equals to 2000. So this could also be a way of checking the progress. Or other way he can see is how much expenditure he was making. How much expenditure he was making. Here we did a income test. Here we saw that how much income he was doing. In this particular case, we saw that how much production he was doing. Okay, so this was onto the production of cars. This is onto the income, what he was earning every month or every year. And then the expenditure method, here he sees how much expenditure that he does. Let's say in the year 2010 he had 1000 rupees per day. Okay, so he was making an expenditure of 1000. let's say at the end of the year he is not saving anything, and he's going for an expenditure of 1000. Certainly he cannot spend more than 1000, so the expenditure is 1000. And in year 2011 he makes an expenditure for maximum of 2000, nothing more that he can do, and we are omitting all the cases where he takes a loan. So let's say in these two cases also, here we see a 100% increase, a 100% increase from 1000 to 2000. So we see that there are three methods where Arjun can check the progress that he is making on basis of three things. Either he is calculating the production, that is how much produce or how much yield he is making. The other could be how much income he is generating, or the third thing could be how much expenditure, how much spending he has in that particular day, month, or year. So this could be a way he can check the progress pertaining from one year to another year. Now this is the same thing that we call as the progress or the domestic produce. This was the domestic produce in terms of an individual. Here we were taking the example of an individual, which was Arjun in this case. Now let's see how a country runs, or how a country checks. That is, let's say there is a nation. Okay, here it is a country. Let's say it's a country named, let's say it's country A. Okay, now country A wants to know how much progress he is making in terms of economics, or let's say commerce in other way. So how much progress he is doing from year 2010 or 2011 or 12 or 13 or something like that, or even a previous year, any previous year, let's say 1990. So how will they check that how much progress they are doing, how much progress in terms of economics they are doing? So in the same way that what Arjun did, even a country's economics department will do in the same manner. Either they will go for product 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 method product method, where they will see, okay, how much production our country has done. That is, all the people, all the people, all the citizens, or all the people in the country have produced have produced in a given year. Let's say in particular year, let 2011 or 12 or 13, whatever. The other could be the income method. That is, the country A can check by the income method, that is, all the people or the citizens, how much they are earning, from the services or something they are producing. And in the third way, they can also check via the expenditure method, expenditure method. They can check how much their people, how much their citizens or people are spending that year, and it does include the government also, the spendings of the government, or any earning of the government, or the earning of the here the product what a government is producing. So these are the three ways even a country checks the progress. On this basis, let's see the definition of GDP. The monetary market, here I have just written down this particular definition. It is the monetary or the market value of all officially recognized. Now we'll be looking into all these typical jargon words here. It's a monetary market value. There's the market value of all officially recognized final goods and services, as in the case of Arjun, the toys. Final goods and services produced within a country in a given time period. Now what this thing means here. Let's see this thing elaborately. It says monetary value. It says the monetary or the market value. That is, It is calculating in terms of the currency. It could be rupees, it could be dollar, it could be a euro or euro, it could be yen or any other currency. The similar way it says all officially recognized, recognized things. Officially recognized simply means something which is in the ledger books, in the ledger books of the government, ledger books of the government. So it says that a work done by a housewife or a homemaker at her home will not be coming in the ledger books of the government, so it will not be recognized officially. Other thing that we see here is goods and services. Goods and services, goods and services, goods and services. It simply means it includes all the goods, that is materialistic things, all the materialistic things, and even the services like the government services or the banking services or hotel services, as they do make money, and even materialistic things like producing iron ore or producing wooden furniture, anything like that. This comes into goods and services. Other thing is within a country. Yes, this is one of the most important thing that we should look at. It says within a country, that means it's into the geographical limits, geographical limit. Let's see in this particular example here. In this country A, there was a person, let's say there was a person, this guy name is, let's say, Rajan. Okay, now what Rajan does is he was let's say a leather manufacturer or a shoe manufacturer. He was producing leather, he was producing shoes in the country A. Till he was making this production inside this country A, this will be counted in the GDP of the country A. But let's say he earns very good, or due to certain circumstances he moves to another country. There's another country, let's say country B, and now Rajan moves to this country and he opens a factory here. He opens a factory here for shoe, and he is no longer living here, or by any circumstance he is not producing here. So in this case it will not be counted. The GDP of country A will not increase, as the products are not being manufactured in country A, rather they are being manufactured in country B. So in this case, as we have said, in the geographical limits within a country, that is the geographical limits of the country only. And it says in a given period of time. Yes, it is again very important, which says given period of time. So it will always be usually, or rather in an year's time, that a country sees how much progress that they are making. So this was the concept of the gross domestic product, that is the gross domestic product, or the GDP for that matter. In future videos we will be discussing about GDP per capita or certain jargon terms which relates to GDP, which includes GNI, GNP. But I'm not gonna discuss these things in this particular video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.